Digging deeper.
We're back, Boo Believers. Let's break out those shovels, ladies, and dig deeper. We're really digging this one. This is the mummy. They had to dig up the sarcophagus.
Oh my gosh.
From under the ground.
Really digging.
Yeah, you know, from eating old bandages
Stop it.
to digging deeper into the sarcophagus. Now we are really like fully mummy themed. Everything is pretty mummy themed except this movie.
It's in Egypt.
There you go. There is a mummy in it. Briefly.
I don't even know. I don't think he even was.
No, it's just the victim from before.
Yeah.
No, but if you remember at the end, they wheel the dad in. And this is spoiler talk, so I'm just going to jump.
Yeah.
They wheel the dad in. He looks like a legitimate mummy. When they wheel the dad in and they shut the door and he takes over the woman, the abductor.
Yeah.
When they show his face, he's got the hood on and he's all wrapped up in the bandages. And you see like the one eye. That was like the best mummy. He was like, I was like, okay, yeah, he's a mummy right there.
I almost feel like they should have had an extended natural life rather than just you're stuck in there until you die. We have to stick someone else in there.
Yeah.
Like if the last guy had been in there for a couple hundred years and that was going to happen to Katie, which is why there was such pressure to switch her out, I would have understood that. But,
Yeah.
Like how old does a body have to be before it's a mummy? I don't know.
So
it's just.
Well, typical mummy process is only 70 days. They dehydrate the body. They use all these salts and stuff. It's typically quick. Like you can go from looking like you to a mummy in just 2-3 months. But so it's hard to say. I know people were saying that online. I'm like, it was 8 years later. I don't know. You can look like a mummy pretty quickly. However, I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with how unbelievable a lot of things were in that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna talk about two big things in this spoiler review. I feel like all the unbelievably ridiculous creative choices that were made here in the writing, and the grossness of it all.
Yeah, let's just
that's the two main.
That's the movie, right?
Well, and you know what? Well, the correlations to Evil Dead, because there's a lot of like Evil Dead direct parallels.
Yes.
That we get, not only to his Evil Dead Rise, but also to previous Evil Deads. We're just so much just lifted right from it. Yeah. You know, when I say Lee Cronin wears his inspiration on his sleeve, he literally has a shirt with Sam Raimi's face on the sleeve. All right.
Yeah.
We can bop through this plot a little bit.
Yeah, no, we don't have to go.
Actually, it doesn't even have much of the plot.
No, so I mean, they're there. I think let's get right into like the kidnapping thing. Because
that happens early on, yeah. She's playing and she's have
playing in the yard,
creepy chick come and
giving her candy every day.
Touch treasures. I'm like,
Touch treasure, the candy bar. Good Lord.
And she had like 1,000 of them.
She was grooming her for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But we had our first interaction. It's a little interesting.
No, I guess they didn't teach stranger danger.
Yeah,
don't take candy from.
Oh, well, no, actually, you know what it was it wasn't if you remember, it wasn't the creepy chick grooming her. It was the other girl, the Kayla. Remember?
Oh,
Kayla was the one. Layla. Layla was the one that was giving her right.
Okay.
Because when we get the first interaction between Katie and the creepy chick, she says, "Oh yeah, I'm her mother. She's sick and couldn't make it, so I came here." So it wasn't that the mother had been grooming; it was this Katie, Layla.
Whoever. Whichever. They're all creepy,
right?
But yeah.
Right, but that was where, like, it was just another girl, like little girl kind of that she was talking to in the yard. Until this time where we get the abduction happen.
And I know, but she said that the old lady was grooming her for a long time. Because when she came, she said, "Who are you?" And she said, "Oh, I'm her mother." So I got the impression that was the first time that person went.
That's what. Yeah. That was the first time you met the mother, but the daughter that was grooming her as a friend. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, mixed up by what you're saying. We were saying So who was giving her the candy for weeks and weeks and weeks?
Layla,
The daughter, the
the
friend,
daughter.
Okay, so who showed up at the fence?
the mom.
When we see it, it's the mom who abducts her.
I know. I thought they were
And
the
she
same person.
says-
She just looked older.
No, don't you remember they find Layla later?
No, I know.
And
had her
Layla leads
tongue
them
cut out.
back. Layla had
Oh,
her
yeah,
tongue
that's
cut out.
right,
Yes,
that's
that
right.
was the...
I checked out.
Well,
I
and
think
then
mine.
to your point,
Yeah.
they don't show the
It's
Layla
super
character.
confusing.
They don't show the Layla character
Right.
enough to make it make sense.
You
Like,
don't even meet her.
Yeah.
You
No,
never
that's
even
why
see Layla
I was like-
until after the abduction
she's an
happens.
adult and it's right after the fact.
Yes.
It's like,
So I thought in that time I was like, oh, it's her, but maybe she just, I don't know, maybe because the mummy awoken, she's now looks all decrepit. I don't freaking know. I just was like, is it the
it
same
was
person?
not
Is it not the
clearly
same person?
communicated.
No, it was not
Yeah.
clearly communicated because we don't like that. Again, this is you're referencing a character that we've never seen before, and the number one rule in cinema is show don't tell. But now you told us about Layla a bunch of times before we even see her, so that's why you're confused, and
I'm
you
very confused
and
because-
that's the whole point of show don't tell. That's why
Why
we
not-
show don't tell.
Why not just have the person that's been grooming her the whole time show up and that she has a connection with? Because now it's even more unbelievable
Yep.
Yeah.
that she just, oh, you're her mom? Okay, I'll take candy from you too.
Yep.
Like I was like, I thought,
And then
don't
not only the candy, but then the weird fruit from the vineyard too.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like, why? She's been getting chocolate bars. Why is she going to want your apple or
Right,
whatever it
right,
was? Whatever rotten
Was it
thing.
poison? And I was like,
No,
is
it had the
this-
bug in it.
It had the
scarab.
scarab.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, but I originally was thinking, is this poison? Is this before that came out? But I was like, that's like a Snow White
Snow White.
reference. Yeah. I have the poison apple on my leg. like, I don't know. It was just,
Put the bug inside of a bar of chocolate. Crack it.
it was just a little weird. Yeah, I didn't understand what that character was. I thought it was a lady down underneath that looked into the sarcophagus the whole time. So I thought I had one character the whole time in my head. I really did. I was
Nope.
like, it was very confusing.
Nope, we just never met Layla until we were already 8 years later. So Layla's 8 years older now, and she's a teenager. So it's even more confusing because you're like, why was this teenager? How that was the teenager that was hanging out with a little girl?
Yeah,
exactly.
No, well, she was 8 years younger when it was happening, but you never saw her as a child.
I think I kinda
so
checked out,
even
yeah.
more confusing. Good job with the script, Lee Cronin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm getting down to a
Yeah,
6
no,
by the end of this one.
My score might be going a little low. I thought it was pretty set in there. But
I
But
felt
right
like I
off the
was-
bat, we're fucking
I felt like I was crazy. I was like, what? What is this? Oh, maybe she just aged because she saw the mummy. Because we, like in our opening scene, it's the mom that looks under and she sees that.
yeah.
So wasn't paying attention. They don't really say names or whatever, and then she shows up there.
I will say that kill was cool and
kill was
fun
the
when he
very
gets the
beginning.
fucking
Oh,
thing
that
in
was
his
cool.
chin.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, that was.
And he's
cool.
swinging
she's
on the
just
street.
staring at him.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? But she's just staring at him. Wait.
Also, I will say
this dumbass.
I dug the sarcophagus itself because it was
It was a
like
neat design.
it was like unlike every other like
where there's a
mummy
pharaoh.
pharaoh. It's always
face
been like
on it.
gold and it's always been like very decorative. This was just like black, heavy,
And as far as
slate.
like prop it goes,
monolithic.
like, that's a good because they aren't anyone of significance. I
It's
feel
somebody
like
that they're trying to hide.
Yeah,
they're trying to warn people away from it, and so it's a nothing. It's like, hey, just ignore this fucking
there's no
thing.
gold in here,
Yeah.
There's no goods.
Right.
There's no
Yeah.
important.
Don't come
But
looking
that
for
was a
this. Don't
smart
open
choice,
this.
for
Right.
sure.
I mean,
So that made
humans are
sense.
curious in general. We open
Oh yeah, you'd open it.
I
You'd
would.
totally open it. We'd be fucked. Good job.
every movie we ever watch is like you would go into the
Yep.
door that just appeared.
Just like in Evil Dead Rise, you
Oh,
would go down in the crack.
If
You
I
would go into the open this fucking
in
sarcophagus.
Evil Dead Rise, if I saw an opening and it was an old church down there, you bet your ass I'm going down there.
Yep, 100% she
Getting
is.
cool stuff.
Nice knowing ya.
All right, so I guess so they abduct the girl, and then we get 8 years later, right?
Yeah.
Can I say I had a lot of anxiety with the whole abduction thing? I mean, not just being a mom, but like the sandstorm coming. I thought
Oh, it
that
was
was
very
cool.
dramatic. And
That was cool because they do come and they have alarms in Egypt where you just have to get inside, and it was the perfect time,
Yep.
you know,
For the chaos,
for the chaos, where you can't see.
and it added that little bit of supernatural element to it too.
Like she made it happen.
elements are-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, working against her. That's where I was like, cool, we're going to get a supernatural mummy
That would have.
thing going on here. And we didn't get any of that Sands shit again until the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then it's like 8 years later.
yeah, so we get 8 years later, and they've moved back to Albuquerque now. But of course, they get the call that Katie's been discovered, a plane crash or something, and they discovered the fucking.
Yeah, so this was
They
never...
were moving the sarcophagus.
That's what I don't understand. That was never explained.
No, they did explain
or
it
maybe
later
they
on.
did.
The place where the sarcophagus was being kept in the vineyard was going to be flooded.
Oh, that's
So
right.
that's why they had to transport it. But again, they had such a gap in time before they discussed that. They're like, wait, what?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so they were moving the sarcophagus in the plane to get it somewhere safe. I don't know if they were going to bring it back after they put someone else in there or what, but
They needed to move
But
it.
the
they
plane
did
went
move it,
down,
and
and
Katie.
that's how
Yeah.
Which
they
was-
discovered Katie.
I assumed that, like, Katie was making that happen, the plane crash.
Maybe.
Because in the original one, remember, they had the dead bird in the house, and that made them realize to go down to see that that one was alive. So I was like,
Nasty,
okay, so...
festering, juicy bird.
Yeah, so I feel like when they're awake, they can kind of do stuff. So that's the impression I got.
Possibly.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I
explained,
think that's for sure because of the powers they give her later on without any explanation other than, you're put in this box and now you have supernatural powers. And
Well, because she's possessed. She's a demon.
possessed,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's what it is. 'Cause
but yeah.
she's the evil dead now. She's a deadite. That's what it is. She's a deadite. Especially when she starts talking at the end.
oh, yeah.
I want to taste your piggies. That's a deadite line.
Yes.
Like if I were to recite the lines, I want to taste your piggies. It's fun being dead, grandmom. What was
You would
the,
think it was-
like? You would
yeah.
think it's an Evil Dead movie.
Yes.
You wouldn't go. That's and I said multiple choice. Is this line from the movie The Mummy or The Evil Dead? You'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's an Evil Dead movie.
Well,
For sure.
turned into it, and it was fun, and it kind of you had you laughing at the end a little bit, but it was like you said, it was too many stories happening almost that that didn't really like they didn't go together well. Like we have this one family. Why were they I mean, they explained it in their quickness, but why were they in charge of keeping this mummy? You know. And
Demon in
demon
forever.
in the mummy forever. They said something. I don't know. It was bullshit.
Yeah, they got into some of that lore, and they named the demon and stuff too. But then I was like, I mean, is that specifically Egyptian?
It didn't
Like, what is
sound
this?
Egyptian.
No,
It
it didn't.
It's just a
sounded very-
random demon.
Yeah, it was very
So there was
strange.
nothing that really tied this to Egypt aside from, okay,
would've
so the
been-
Egyptians wrapped this demon up in some mummy wraps.
Yep.
If it was an old evil pharaoh or something, it would have made and
Yep.
it still had the Evil Dead kind of.
Could have still had the Evil Dead vibe, yep.
Yeah, it would have been better. It just
Have a
why
pharaoh
are you-
possess him or something.
Why are you in
This
Egypt?
is
Why?
Set, the god that's like Satan and the
Yeah.
something like that would have had
Yes.
so much more credence rather than this name that I don't even remember how to say it because it was weird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it had anything to do
No.
with anything.
Yeah.
It's a boss or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's always something like okay.
it's like a Pazuzu. Like,
yeah, it's
Right.
just one of the demons. Yeah.
Just one of the lowercase demons. But yeah, I mean, that was, ridiculous. What about, I mean, another big one, and we touched on this a little bit earlier today, and we didn't want to get too deep into it, but I have a big problem with the whole, we found your daughter. She's been in a sarcophagus for 8 years, and we think the best thing to do is to send her home without any supervision, no fucking therapist in house, nothing. Just send her home. Just take her home. Go ahead.
Not verbal. You can't be too loud or get too close to her or touch her the wrong way.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to take care of her with no expertise and you're not even from the country after 8 years. Like,
Yeah.
just
So.
And then one more thing I just want to touch on real quick.
Get it out.
Real quick, because this bothered the shit out of me watching this part. He tells them to she can't be like scared. No, don't shocking movements, don't bump her. What's the first thing they fucking do? They take her home and they take her upstairs like they're carrying freight.
boom, boom.
Every step in
up
this
the
wheelchair.
stairs. I'm like,
Boom,
for the
boom.
love of God, the dad is strong.
Pick her the fuck up.
So you do that when you have like two
Frail.
stairs.
Oh my God, it was so fucking stupid and annoying. I was like, what are we doing
Stairs
here?
Where they're just jerking her body. I'm surprised she didn't fall out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it would be less jarring. I get it. Maybe you don't want to pick her up because she's frail, but it's less jarring to pick her up and carry her
They
gently
picked
up
her
the steps
This next scene and put her in the
and
bed.
put her in the bed.
No. He could have absolutely picked her up. Now, I said there's no way in hell that she would not have gone to a physical rehab facility because she was atrophy, she was dehydrated, she was nonverbal. They would have not, and I know the mom's a nurse, and I think that's how they were getting away with it. Do you feel comfortable taking care of your kid? Because I've been asked that. I have a kid that's sick, and I've been asked, all right, she could stay overnight in the hospital, and we can run that, or do you feel comfortable bringing her home? And I'm always like, yes, I work in healthcare. But this is not the same.
Not the same. Yeah, right.
This is not like, okay.
Being sick is not the same as being trapped in a sarcophagus for 8 months.
That's what I mean. This is not
8
like
years. Sorry,
heart
8 years.
problems. Like this is so much. She couldn't. Her limbs couldn't work. She needed to be able to get better to walk again and to function again.
There would have been so much physical therapy needed, and I suspect some kind of mental therapy to work with her as well, and to get her to communicate again, to get through the trauma of the abduction.
Alone, not even if they'd stuck her in a box, just being kidnapped.
Yep.
You would need severe therapy.
But no, we think the best thing is for her to just go home.
With these people that you don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
She would have went from the hospital. Now, the only thing I don't know if this is more makes it believable is because we were leaving Egypt and going back to America. Maybe that's. But also, how does they get on a plane and stuff?
Her passport photo must have been crazy.
Oh man.
How did they get her back? Like,
Hacking up.
what? How did they get her back to Albuquerque?
They take her to the post
Did they-
office. I just can't.
Like, did they take her back to Albuquerque, or did they keep her in?
No,
Went to the grandma.
Oh, that's right. They went to the grandmom's.
house.
Yeah.
So much back and forth. It's like
Which
Yeah,
is the
it's-
only thing. If you got clearance from like the embassy or whatever to bring your abducted daughter back, yes, that can happen. Then that you would have to I think that's how an American hospital would advise you to absolutely go into a rehab. There's no way. The smallest thing, strokes, not that that's small, but even one not being able to move one arm or something, you would have to go into a physical rehab for 3 months.
and just knowing that alone, why wouldn't you just set it inside of the rehab? There could have been so many other crazy.
That's exactly what I said to her.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This would have
Those
been
are creepy anyway.
right. This would have been better if, like, the therapist working with her was the one to discover that something's wrong and she's possessed, and they don't. The last thing they're going to do, like she said, was for a medical professional to admit that there's something supernatural going on.
Exactly.
So they're going to be against this. That would make more sense and create more of a conflict, because you're going to have these medical professionals being like, "What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense." And this is medical, and would be way more believable than just sending a little creepy, crusty kid home with their fucking parents.
Good.
Oh, sorry, those nails though. Like, no.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't tuck anyone into bed with nails like that. Like,
Don't go to nursing homes.
there's no amount of cleaning. No, I'm good. I'm not one of those old people who are cute. Like, no, you were a person before it. Now you're just an older person. You're
Everything
just creepy. Now.
Everything keeps growing. That's what he said. He goes, "They don't cut your nails in the hospital." I said, "No, we're legally not allowed to. You can't."
Yeah, let's talk. We want to get to some of those scenes. And we talked about the fucking.
Do it.
Let's just get it out of the way. Yeah, because I mean, still have the taste of old bandage in my mouth, so we might as well just
I
get
keep
gross.
accidentally putting my hand near my face, and it still smells. So I gotta hold it down. I keep getting whiffs of it. It's really, really bad.
I can't. Yeah, I mean, I'm
So bad.
a little lightheaded and nauseous from.
Do you want me to
still.
cover this? I'm minty fresh over here.
Yes, go.
Go ahead, take it.
So, the toenails, cutting the toenails. What the, I'm sorry. Like, you start off with one, you're already fighting. Take her to a nail salon. Bring someone in that has experience.
Podiatrist.
Podiatrist, something. Like, clippers are not going to do that. It needs to be filed. Once the first one ripped a little, I'm like, oh God, why would you go for the next one? And then
Rip and the bucket. I mean, I get
rip
the.
all the way up the shin. I'm like,
So
oh,
this is
who is it?
Yes, this is where he's good with his. You know what's going to happen, but then it takes it to another
The
level
next
that you
level,
didn't
because
know was going to happen. So like we all.
Sloshing and the crunching and the peeling. Oh my God.
Well, then you find out that it's bandages with the writing
in
on
the
it.
skin, which I didn't really understand either, because it's like part of her skin, but in the skin, and then it.
Binding.
I would have
found
expected
her.
there to be more skin underneath. is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
So the dad, when they wrap him up later, it seemed like he had pretty distinct overlaid bandages.
Right.
Did they become part of the skin? It wasn't.
I
very
think
clear.
it just from over time it morphed
bonds
into
with
her
the skin.
Yeah, that's what I took from that. Where you could rip it all
You
off.
mentioned earlier with the juiciness underneath that, while she's still all crusty on the outside. I'm like, oh.
Wait, and then after they rip up, she gets something and starts.
Oh yeah. Okay, don't do that on camera ever again. But yeah,
You know, I've done. We've both done it, and we've made gifts of each other.
but she cooked. Yeah, she starts stabbing herself repeatedly, and you don't even see with what it was or why she was doing that.
Yeah.
Like, no, again.
I think because it's like it was almost like a dog's, or they get an injury and they want to bite it in something. Or that's kind of the impression I got.
She's rabid.
Yeah. What's that?
I mean, it reminded me of the fucking Exorcist scene with the crucifix.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Exorcist in here.
Yeah, you just don't. Yeah, you want to destroy the body, kind of, or you don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gross.
Gross. What other grossness? There was the teeth.
Oh yeah, the teeth.
You missed that part for bathroom break.
So the youngest daughter pulls all of her teeth out.
She had the one loose one. Yeah.
I missed
then the
that.
Rest, she's like,
She just pulls
But
them all
who
out.
puts the
and then
teeth
she puts
in
the dentures in.
Yeah, but I walked in at that part.
She kills the grandmom.
Yeah.
the older sister kills the grandma. At the funeral, she goes into the
She goes in
casket.
and bites the fucking.
Bites the.
I saw her throw her out the window, so I did see all that. Yeah.
And then she takes her dentures. Oh my god.
Yep. The little one puts the dentures in, and
That little one's
the
creepy.
fucking creepy. The Katie's licking this. Then this was what made my stomach turn the most. The licking the fucking embalming fluid off the floor. I mean, that's just.
How about
That didn't-
How she got down there because of that random patch of rotting.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that
what
was.
that?
Oh yeah. Underneath the.
Stopping with. I don't know. It looked like there should have been something dead there to cause that rot.
I guess that was under her bed. Is that where Katie was sleeping?
No, it
and
wasn't.
It was
Yeah, I don't
decided.
understand
It
it.
didn't make any sense. All of a sudden, there's
It was never explained, right?
No, they don't cover it. They don't go back to it. There was just this mushy, gooey, sticky. It looked almost like the bottom of the rug had a layer of skin attached to it.
Yeah.
And that's how she's able to dig through that then to come into the funeral to.
That's right. That's
Crawl
right.
on the ceiling.
Crawl on the ceiling.
We needed that to.
I mean, that was her escape because they closed off the doors. Those
Yeah.
small doors, but still, I'm like,
So she just rotted the floor out beneath her to get out.
needed a catalyst for the rot. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a lot of nonsense kind of being thrown at the screen that we were watching, and just to see what kind
Oh,
of.
grandma being eaten by the coyotes after she fell.
Oh, she flies out the window. Yeah.
Oh my
That
god!
was
yeah, there's
ridiculous.
coyotes. I guess they were there to help the mummy. Exorcist.
Maybe because they demons the death. I don't know.
Now, if they were there to help the mummy, or if they were there because the mummy, I mean, obviously bugs kind of
Yeah.
were.
I'm thinking
used by
scent
the
of
mummy.
death. Maybe they were just coming around, but
Or they were there to or they were there to warn. Maybe
Yeah, it could
maybe
be
they were there to warn that the evil was coming. Like they
That-
sensed it
yeah.
and were like, "Hey, man, there's some evil shit."
That's what I
around
thought
here."
at first, and then when.
But then they rip apart Grandma.
Yeah, so then I was like, maybe they're gonna help. I don't know.
And they're just brought in there just enough so they can bring them back to eat grandma. It's just
Right.
kind of like, okay.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing that annoys me with this movie. There's a whole character, like that whole scene with where he goes and meets and the professor. He goes to the professor with the fucking skin, and we meet, and this is typical of every movie. You get the whoever the specialist who knows and does the fucking he gets.
And he won't
he's
tell him why.
Well, he gives you he's your font of knowledge.
Yeah.
He's going to give you your exposition that explains all the backstory. But usually that character sticks around and they pop up later.
Yeah.
They show up to help save the day or something. Because I did some digging and I found this, and they show. But no, this dude just pops in for this one
This
fucking
is the
scene.
demon. This is everything you need
Tells
to
you
know.
right.
Go fuck
Tells you
off.
everything,
Yes,
and then just
yeah.
disappears out of the movie, never to be seen again.
The only way that was kind of believable is because he repeatedly asks him, "What are you working on?" And he says, "No, nothing. It's a family."
Yeah, but then why would you tell him? If you're not going to tell me what this is and it looks like you have skin,
Yeah.
that you shouldn't be in possession of
Right.
that has weird tattoos on it, I wouldn't tell you what that shit meant.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say I'm
and that's where he got the name of the demon, right? He found
Yeah.
the demon's name after him. You're fucking around with demonology. You're bringing the name of this crazy demon around. You got skin. I want to know what the fuck's going on. I'm trying to,
No, a rational person would have asked more questions.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then gone along
yeah.
to see it because of morbid curiosity.
Yes.
So
yeah.
ditching that character was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
Yeah,
expert.
totally,
He should have been there. He should have been in the fucking house. I mean, I thought at that point he was going to they were going to bring him home, and then we're going to get like exorcisms
do
or
this
something with this, or trying to
defeat
fucking.
it.
He's going to know something to help, save her or whatever. But
How did
we don't get any of that
the dad knew he could take it into his just from watching
because of the
video.
VHS tape.
Yeah.
And then it'll take me to my next point. Because and it also relates to the fucking dude who we see for 5 minutes, because he's in the movie for 5 minutes so he can play a tape, right? He plays an audio tape, a cassette tape.
yeah.
And there's more layers of Evil Dead.
yeah.
Because here we go. And the exposition happens through the tape. And then we also have a VHS tape. They wanted to hit both eras. They were like, yeah, we're going to go way back with the cassettes. And then we're going to hit you with the VHS. So you get the double dip.
They're like the same time period.
I don't know, man.
the
It was, two different formats, I guess. They were like, yeah, we're going to give you nostalgia in two different formats.
Yeah, exactly.
Audio and visual. Yep. Because physical media is popular right now.
But in
So
reality, it was only 8 years before this. People weren't watching VHSs or recording it on.
nope.
I mean,
So, I mean,
Yeah, realistically, the creepy witch woman should have just pulled out her iPhone and
yeah.
like,
Here you go.
this innocent child.
Right.
You can use old people too, but I recommend the blood of the innocents.
yeah.
innocence lasts. Well, it was innocent.
Spiel.
The youngers
yeah.
lasted longer. The bodies would last longer. That was her explanation. They did say that. If you take an adult, the demon will burn it out faster, and you'll have to replace them faster. So that's why they like to abduct kids.
Sound logic, moral depravity, but sound logic.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
But it's like, come on. And we're going to lay it out for this. We've been doing this for decades, but we're going to film this particular ceremony.
Right. Well, I feel like they had a bunch of VHS tapes because it was labeled Katie, so there was probably one for the person before.
They
and
probably just had these for years. It's
Right.
probably the same one, which that's fine.
Like, we don't need to upgrade our
whoever their
system.
camera-
We've got a perfectly good VHS recorder.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whoever their cameraman was is an old dude who's set in his VHS ways,
That's
and
okay.
he was just not switching to digital format.
No.
He was just not doing it.
That's my new camera.
We're helping you out, Lee Cronin. We're writing backstory for you. We're going deep.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So yeah, we get that riffing on Evil Dead too. Like again, this is the Mummy.
obvious.
Am I watching the Mummy or am I watching the Evil Dead? Because I'm watching the Evil Dead.
But I was saying earlier, like I didn't know it was going to turn into Evil Dead until the very end. It just kind of like twisted and was like crazy. It was like two different movies, kind of.
Nah, dude. Especially when we got to the professor and he played that cassette tape.
That's when I noticed.
I was like, oh my god.
But that was towards the
And then
end.
the old woman came back to life, just like Henrietta too. I was like, oh my god, we got the old woman Deadite, and she's running around like, nah.
That's when it all switched for me.
I was waiting for her to be like, I swallow your soul.
Yeah. Yes.
I do like how at the end they try to make it wholesome.
Oh yeah, by saving the
Dad
dad.
sacrificing.
Yeah. Oh well, you knew that was coming too.
I
But
knew
it was
that
so
was coming.
textbook, yeah.
Yes.
Dude, as soon as they said you could pass it on to any person, I was like, the dad's gonna say.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna
himself. He's 100%.
Which is the
I know
only-
where this movie's going. At least they added that little bit in the end.
Yeah.
To stick
But
it back.
so
Also, having a kid, I was like, she's going to come out of this.
all right, so
Like,
you got to explain this to me though, because I have a big question about that twist ending, and maybe y'all can fill me in.
Uh-oh.
So when the dad takes the demon into himself,
Mm-hmm.
is he in Albuquerque or is he in Egypt? Where is he?
It's inside the house.
they
in
were in
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
In Albuquerque.
Yeah, they never leave
Okay.
Albuquerque.
No, but then how did they? She was the woman
The
in
woman-
charge of everything. She's in a hospital because she gets
hospital in
arrested in
Egypt.
Egypt. So they
So
go.
they wheel
all the
her.
way
That's
to
my
Egypt
yes. You get my
to take over
with him as a mummy.
I forget.
So the dad, they must have put the. They didn't show any of it, but they must have put the dad on a plane, wheeled him on a plane in full mummy gear, flown him to Egypt.
Do you think they did like the
So that
like,
they could bring him in.
Invisible Man kind of thing where they put like the
Sunglasses.
on?
They weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunglasses. He's got a lay on. Hawaiian shirt.
Hey, if you play music, maybe he'll start dancing.
Start dancing.
Maybe just put
And
him
walking.
in a suitcase
I
and
mean,
put him in his bag.
I thought, no, I guess you're right. I forgot. Yeah, so then they end up back in Egypt, but we don't know
To
how.
put the thing back in the
Yeah.
woman who was arrested. I just thought of that now because I'm like, wait a minute.
But didn't they have him in the sarcophagus at one point, or did they not?
I don't even. Oh yeah, they put him in the sarcophagus. I think at
How
the
did they
end.
transport? I don't. Oh, it's so confusing.
Private plane, I think.
Yep.
Because
I would have had to get a private plane.
you'd have to
Yeah.
call in some news reporter friends to get him. a plane.
Yeah, it's very very confusing. So these are all the issues.
Yeah, and
Maybe
I think
they made it confusing, so you'd have to watch it again, and we're not going to
Try and figure it out. Yeah,
really,
I'm not falling for that banana in the tailpipe.
there was a point at the end. I just started like kind of getting
Checking
glazed
out,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, like I was
So
like,
much was happening.
It's
yeah, there was like
it
a lot
does
of
not-
stuff, and I was like, I don't know what's I don't know. I'm confused.
No chill.
No, no. Yeah. So that was the movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. I don't know if it was a mummy movie. That was.
Please.
It was an Evil Dead. Yeah, I want to taste. I want to know what your piggies taste like. And then she licks her toes under the door.
You want to know what I did?
It's a long ass tongue for a kid too. They go all the way under that door and lick some piggies on the other side.
Oh my god.
It's like channeling Freddy Krueger from the phone.
Yes, I know.
I'm your girlfriend now. That's it. Or boyfriend now.
One thing I thought was cute earlier on in the movie when the dad is hugging her and she's kind of doing the Morse code.
Oh, with the yeah, with the teeth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what when they were teaching the Morse code.
Yeah.
I picked that up pretty quick when she was. I was like, oh, she's doing Morse code.
Yeah.
Which I guess was like really the only indication that they gave that she was still in there somewhere despite the demons out.
Yes.
It was good that they included that, but again, it was like they set up this whole scene just for this one little
Yeah, I
30-second
know.
clicking and then didn't even reference it again later. I'm like, oh. Maybe if she was like at one point struggling and then she's still trying to tap and
Yeah,
the dad's
I
like,
know.
she's
I
in there,
was
I
like,
can save her. I would have bought that.
But once
that's
that happened, then I was like, okay, I know he's going to sacrifice himself for her. It's got like I saw everything happening.
It's a huge cliche that's been done a million times before in Hollywood. You always have the dad and the daughter or son, whoever, and they have this thing that they do that just them do.
Did you not have that thing?
No, I didn't have that thing
Real
that just
people
me
don't
and my
have
dad
relationships with
did.
their fathers. Come on.
Yes, you did.
Nope, I didn't have it.
Hockey.
I'm trying to think of the other. No, there's no. I'm not talking about that. I'm trying to think of the other movie. Oh,
Oh, like just one little. Oh, me and my dad. This is perfect. When we would say hello to each other, like if I was growing up, I had to get up on stage to do something instead of waving because that was embarrassing. I would do this. We would both.
okay, yes,
tug on our
yeah,
ear.
something like that. Yes, you have this little thing, this little.
That and we still would do it randomly, like anything, tug on the ear.
So yeah,
That's me and my dad's little.
Wholesome story like that.
I don't either. But in the movies, it's usually like.
I was trying to think of one thing that's similar. Yeah.
God, I'm trying to remember. There was another movie that just did it not a couple years ago so heavy-handedly. And you just knew, okay, this is how they're going to save her at the end because the dad-daughter thing
Daddy to the rescue.
is gonna snap her out of it. And that's what so
If I was in that movie, Morse code would be better than just wagging my my earlobe.
all right, and I'm just checking here too because I also was wondering this, like she was learning Morse code as part of like Girl Scouts.
Yeah, Girl Scout.
Which is where she knew Layla from, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Girl Scouts of Egypt. Mm-hmm. They have Girl Scouts in Egypt. Is that a thing?
I think they have it all over.
Are we sure?
I'll Google.
Let's Google it.
Yeah.
Because Girl Scouts of America, I know is a thing, and it's called Girl Scouts of America. I had no
have
idea that Girl Scouts were all over the world. So if this is a thing, I
I feel
could
like
be
they
wrong.
kinda
But
need it more than we do.
Oh,
It's
probably.
spend a lot harsher environment.
Probably, yes. No, exactly.
Yes, it's in 150 different countries.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Cool. That checks out. I
Yeah.
stand corrected because I was about to be like, hey.
It's a global sisterhood. That's the whole.
That's where she got all the candies from.
So, okay, so
Yeah,
I didn't realize that's how she knew. Yeah, okay, they were in that together. Okay, now it all kind of makes sense because I was like, maybe I just didn't hear her name the first time. I was like, who the hell's Layla?
Who did you think the girl with no tongue was?
No, I knew that was the daughter, and I
don't even know if it was the daughter. Like, I don't know.
I thought that was the daughter.
Well, she says it's her daughter, but she could have just been another abducted kid in this cult of.
I think that was her daughter. Otherwise, she would have used her instead.
Yeah, because they said that
Because they had a son and the daughter in the very beginning, and it was supposed to like mimic or re-reference when they show the same family structure of the mom, dad, and
Because
two kids before they have the other one.
Because before all that went down, they were like having a happy moment, family. They go in, they see the dead bird, and they're like, "Is it time?" But they were doing that to keep their family safe. Like they had to do this, keep the demon in another body.
Yeah, and they just said, "Is he awake?" So
Well, just to keep the demon in it.
but
their family is tasked with keeping this demon at bay.
Yeah, but it was to keep them also safe from it too. I think. I don't know.
Well, keep the whole world safe from it.
guess.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Is he awake? It's like, okay, so there's just the dead bird, and that's how they know that they need to get a new kid. So there was just a jerky transition without the backstory enough to know what you were actually watching until afterwards.
Also, I mean, why did she cut her own daughter's tongue out if her daughter is part of the family and
Because
cult?
I think her daughter was trying to tell on her.
Yeah, she did say her daughter was trying to go to the police, I think.
Yeah.
Did they say that?
Yeah, and it was
Maybe I was.
but she was writing down a ton of stuff because she was like narking on her mom.
Yeah, you could write without a tongue. Like, why didn't you just still go to the police? I don't understand.
It took them looking for Katie. That's all it was. Now I feel bad because the family knows that we did this awful thing. So now I'll tell everything.
Yeah.
But jeez,
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of questions.
that's a good family to run away from.
Yes.
Not so many answers in this movie. So, all right. The critical response. The review aggregator, 54%.
That's not now. That's
What else? Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 46 out of 100.
Oof.
Based on 22 critics.
well, that's 46% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep. I don't think this dark universe is going anywhere. They've kept trying to trot this fucking thing out, and it just
What
keeps
else do
sucking.
who else do we have?
You know what?
I mean, who else would they do? We just had to have 2 different Frankenstein movies.
Yeah, that's over.
Wolfman, they just did another Dracula, but that wasn't from.
No, I mean Lee Cronin.
Right.
What will they do? Do you
Oh,
think
well-
next?
Yeah, but is there even a market for it when everyone else is already doing it? It's like
know.
it's
Well,
unless
honestly,
you do something like this where it's so out of pocket that it doesn't even get received well. It's
well, yeah, you got to change the name. Honestly, the at this point, I don't even give a shit about the movies anymore because I know that Kevin Williamson from Scream is now writing a series called I forget what it's called, but the basis is it's like Vampire Diaries with Universal Monsters.
Ooh.
So it's like it's like a
what's the audience?
action
though? Is it
comedy.
Like, is it aimed at like younger people or? Is
I don't know if it's going to be aimed at younger people. I mean, he did Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
So it's probably aimed at like the 20s,
Yeah.
30 somethings.
It'll be fun.
It'll be, I mean, obviously he did Scream, but he's also done a ton of other, that's what he done,
Yeah.
is written a ton of shows.
Pretty young
So
adult.
he'll probably do a good job with that because he will take the IP and respect it
Yeah.
rather than just twist it to his own needs. Because I was reading the interview with him and he was saying, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing stuff with these characters.
Yeah.
Not, I'm looking forward to doing what I want to do.
What? Isn't that the same thing?
Well, I'm looking forward to twisting the character to what I want him to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel Lee Cronin did in this movie. They were like, hey, Lee, you want to make a mummy movie? Yeah, I'm going to make a mummy movie. And then he went to his team and he was like, we're going to make an Evil Dead movie.
Yeah.
We're just going to tell them it's a mummy movie.
Seriously, that's exactly
Because there's a ton of money that went into this fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
And I guarantee you, I mean,
I bet you there was a lot of people that thought it was a great idea, though. Like, oh, it's the Mummy. You're gonna do your own spin, Evil Dead, but it should have been
they were probably
called
the-
Evil Dead Mummy or
they were probably the same people that thought Wolfman was a great idea. Ooh, virus, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a great modern spin on Wolfman, because that's what people want in a Wolfman.
I mean,
People are afraid of vaccines, so we'll just
well,
work off
it's
it.
not a terrible take. It's just the way that they did it. Like, I understand taking things and changing it if you're going to reimagine it. It's the whole point of a reimagining.
Yeah,
It
but
was done so. It just was so bad.
so bad. It wasn't, well, and again,
Good virus.
if you want to do a wolf virus movie, then don't call it Wolfman and don't tell us that it's a remake of the Wolfman that was about a gypsy curse.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if
That
you
was not
take the
in it
gypsy
at all.
curse out, it's not the fucking Wolfman anymore. I don't give a shit what he looks like, even if he does look like a wolf. He's not the Wolfman.
He is a wolf man.
Right.
Guess what? How many times I had to hear that after that?
I hate that fucking movie because I love the Wolfman. I'm a big Wolfman fan.
No, he's your
So
favorite.
I like the whole gypsy lore. I like the curse, the whole Light of the Silver Moon and all.
Maybe we'll get another one right. I don't know. He got Invisible Man right. So,
Well, it wasn't him. He didn't do Invisible Man.
oh, I thought you said he did.
No, it's just
No, the company,
Yeah.
Oh,
Blumhouse.
So who was the director on that?
Oh, on Invisible Man.
I thought that you were saying that earlier, and I said I didn't realize that was him. So,
No, hang on.
so it's just the Blumhouse.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Blumhouse.
yeah. Well, I knew that. Okay, I misunderstood.
Invisible
Watching this man
Man.
again now.
Lee Wanell.
Okay,
He's
then never
another one who Lee Wanell's the one who they gave Wolfman to, and he fucking shit the bed.
Yeah.
that's-
All right. Well, then
So he did a good job with that one, and then they gave the same guy Wolfman, and he completely shit the bed. So, all right, I'm done with remakes.
Hey, something new.
Do something else.
Oh, I know. That's the. Yeah. All right. Well.
That's going to wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah,
At this
let's
point, we
wrap it
pretty
up.
much covered everything. Anything else we want to throw in there?
Got it.
I think we covered it all.
I gotta go wash my hands.
I got to eat something and get this taste out of my mouth still. I can't believe how
back.
bad.
It's literally it's still lingering. So yes.
All right, well, Lee Cronin's The Mummy is playing now. Pack snacks because it's 2 hours and 13 minutes long, and go in expecting an Evil Dead movie, and you'll probably enjoy it. Good enough.
Good
Even though
enough.
there's still plenty of problems in there and questions to be asked. But, yep, that's going to do it. We do recommend seeing it in the theater still. Have we changed our scores?
I'm still a 5.5 out of 10.
I'm like a 4 now.
What did I say I was? A 6.5?
Yeah.
I got to go with a 6. Yeah.
I said 5.5 just because the middle, and then I gave it a little bit more because I had gross. But yeah, go see it. But I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, I think eating the fucking old bandage definitely colored my review too to take it down another notch. Plus, we realized too at the end of the movie that I didn't even realize that watching the movie. We just figured that out, that they must have flown the mummy dad from Albuquerque to Egypt so that they could do that little fucking ending stinger. So
I mean, yeah, even with even the ending stinger, even with
6.
yeah.
Just-
All right, well, let's just be done.
I still want to see that passport photo.
I know the dad would have needed one. Katie would have needed one to go back to the States. The dad would have needed one to get to Egypt.
Someone please Photoshop those
Please,
for me,
somebody give us the passport photos.
Maybe we can make it.
One cool thing that I noticed is we didn't call out specifically the makeup job that they did on this, which was very, very well done.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just read an article today that advertising in the UK is taking it down because it's disturbing people on the
Oh,
streets.
wow.
They said that seeing a dead child face is too upsetting, so they're making
Yeah.
like what a waste of advertising. Like,
Yeah, no, I
you
could
did
see
too good
that.
of a job. You got to nope.
Yeah,
don't want
they
to
don't
see that.
they don't mess with that. They'll take it right there.
Yep. That's yeah, she's creepy looking.
Yeah, look at that image right there. Jeez.
Imagine her going through the airport. Being dead's fun, TSA.
Like strip search, I'm not doing it.
All right, that's going to do it, Boo Believers. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We had fun.
Yes.
Sad Alex missed it. I'm sure she would have enjoyed some of this chat.
I know.
But yes, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do the whole social media thing.
The stuff.
And yeah,
Some love.
Yes.
make sure you get your mummy passport photos taken just in case you ever get mummified and have to fly to Egypt.
Okay.
That's going to do it, Boo Believers. Until next time, stay spooky.
Bye, Scream Notes.